This is my hay bale unrolling setup. It's designed off of the Greg Judy bale unroller, is the guy I got the idea from. But it's just a homemade one. It was just some scrap metal I had laying around. Probably wasn't built quite as heavy as I would have liked to if I had my choice of steel. But it's what I had available to me, so it, all things considered, I think the most expensive part was buying the hitch and the winch. But the rest of the stuff, including the axles, I just had kicking around on the farm, so it was basically free. But what I do is I try to unroll. This, I unroll a little bit too much, in my opinion. Usually I just try to do, you know, a third of a bale. I accidentally gave them probably a half a bale. And then I just pick it back up with the winch. And then I go through with the pitchfork and just spread it out. And that's just so that we can spread the fertility around. The way I look at hay, I know some people think it's absolutely crazy to be spreading hay out on the field. But I use this to kind of control where my fertility goes. So I view a hay bale as a percentage of it is just for seed. So this being on the top of a hill was kind of an area that got impacted pretty good, and it just hasn't had really good grasses growing. So I'm using a lot of this for seed. And then the cows are obviously gonna pee and poop on it, and they're gonna eat some of it. So it's also for an organic matter to just keep building up for soil fertility in this area. So that's the way I feed hay in the wintertime. It's nice when the ground's frozen. Unfortunately, we got all this snow. It's only maybe 2 inches of snow, but the ground's not frozen at all. It's just absolutely crazy. It's gonna be February here and the ground has barely been frozen this year. So with that being said, is I have a wagon in the woods here, and I can fit about 6 bales on that. And then I just push them off, feed out a little bit of it, and in order to eliminate the amount of times that I'm driving back and forth on the field, I'll have that wagon, I'll have like 6 bales on it, and then I'll just feed them out all across this top, the high ground here, over the next week or so. So 6 bales is a little better than a week. It's probably about 10 days worth of hay. Something like that. And there is some forage underneath all the snow. Obviously, they're not digging through it though. But that's our hay feeding operation in the wintertime, and it's just specifically to just keep building fertility on the soil is all I'm aiming for. So it's a nice little tool to be able to use cows to do it. And they raise you meat and protein and give you soil fertility, which is awful nice. Pretty nice setup, pretty nice system. Thanks for watching.